debit and credit left and right of the account. Okay. mm, so how do we do additions and subtractions in max? In the same way, in accounts also, we are going to first segregate into left hand side and right hand side. As I have said you, yeah. So for any account, there will be two sides. Let it be rent account or income account or liabilities or expenses, anything. Anything, any account will have two sides. Left side will be the debit side and right side will be the credit side. We'll just segregate a page into two. Okay. For example, let us take profit and loss account. I'm taking profit and loss account. So to calculate whatever the profits are have come, whatever the loss we have incurred in an year or for a certain period of time, we'll calculate profit or loss. To calculate this profit or loss, left hand side in towards the debit side, we are going to accumulate all the expenses, and right hand side we are going to accumulate all the incomes. For example, tell me few expenses. Tell me few incomes. Rent, salary, okay, electricity, okay. So these all things we are going to pay for each and every month. So for rent account, if we see for 12 months, for example, each month I'm going to pay 1000. So 12 months becomes 12,000. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus. So like this for entire year, I'm preparing this profit and loss for the 12 months. So for rent, I'm going to take all the months, whatever I have paid, 12 months. It becomes 12,000 for the entire year. And salary, every month I'm paying some salaries. For example, say 1 lakh it become. For 12 months I paid salaries. For all 12 months together became 1 lakh. Electricity, for example, say for every month I paid like 500 or 1000, everything becomes like 10,000. So here if you see whatever the expenses, if we add all these expenses, 1 lakh plus 10,000 plus 12,000 will become the total expenses. And incomes also, tell me few incomes. Okay, interest, commissions and sales. Any more incomes? Profits on service income. What is that? Service revenue. What is that? Okay, 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 okay. So that is also okay. Service revenue. Mhm. profit or gain on assets. For example, in the previous example, we have discussed about car we sold for 6 lakhs if the value is 5 lakhs. So that is profit or gain on asset sale. 1 lakh is our income. So that is profit or gain on asset sale or any sale. If we sell for more than the value, that becomes a gain. So that is also one income for us. One time income. Not every time, like one time. So these all get together, for example, say it became 2 lakhs. So all these incomes I have earned around 2 lakhs. So now you see the total, both the sides should be equal. So how much is the total here? 1 lakh 22,000 in expenses. 1 lakh 22,000 is the total expenses, and total incomes became 2 lakhs. Okay, so first we are going to write this 2 lakhs, both the sides. 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs. Now these all, if we add these all things, it doesn't become 2 lakhs. So more some balance is there. What is the balance? 2 lakhs minus 1 lakh 22,000. 78,000 is the profit or loss. So this is the profit. So what we are going to do, we are going to write profit as 78,000. And now if you add these all, will it become 2 lakhs? 1 lakh 22,000 plus 78,000. Yes, it becomes 2 lakhs. So now both the sides it became equal. So this is how we do the accounts, like in debit and credit. We are going to use debit and credit like in this way. So every time in profit and loss account, expenses will be in the left hand side, incomes will be in the right hand side. In profit and loss account, if you want to calculate profit or loss for the entire 1 year, this is how we are going to design the reports. Left side will be the expenses, right side will be the incomes. And now we have accumulated all the expenses and incomes. In the same way, for example, rent account is there. In rent account also we are going to have two sides. Rent account also will have debit side and credit side. Hemant, do you know about golden rules? These rules of accounting. So rules of accounting, we are going to have rules of accounting. In order to do the accounting, we have one rule, that is for few account groups, we can tell, like expenses and assets. These both are one category. These both have same rules. And liabilities and incomes, these have different rules, just opposite to this. So whenever the assets and expenses are increasing, we are going to debit. So how debit? For example, say we take only rent. We are opening rent account. Rent account will be opened in this way. We are going to segregate. We are going to divide the page into two: debit side and credit side. So whenever we are paying rent, this expenses is increasing in our books of accounts. So debit it. So for example, 1000 we paid. So 1000 in the debit side we need to write. In the left side we need to write 1000. So that is this rule. When expenses or assets increased, we need to debit. For example, expenses or assets is decreasing, we need to credit it. For example, let us take car account. Car account also have debit side and credit side. So the value is decreasing every year. That means if assets decreased, we need to credit it. So in the car account, in the credit side, we need to decrease. For example, say 1 lakh. I'm decreasing. So 1 lakh I need to write in the credit side. So this is the rule for assets and expenses. Understood till here? And in the liabilities and incomes, for liabilities and incomes, whenever liabilities and incomes are increasing, we need to credit. And liabilities and incomes are decreasing. When liabilities and when liabilities and incomes are increasing, we need to credit it. When liabilities and incomes are decreasing, we need to debit it. Just opposite to this, assets and expenses. For example, we took loan. We'll open a loan account. For example, housing loan we took from SBI. So loan from SBI. We're going to open one account. So debit and credit will be same, left and right. Left hand side, left is left only. So the same way, debit will be in the left hand side. Debit and credit doesn't change. So now tell me, when I took a loan in SBI, liability is increasing. So tell me in which side I need to write. I took a loan of, like, for example, say 10 lakhs. So in the loan SBI bank account, in which side I need to write 1 lakh? Hemant, credit side. So in the loan SBI bank account, in the credit side I need to write 1 lakh. For example, sales. I have done some sales. Again, debit and credit, same. So this is income. So when I did sales, whether it is increasing or decreasing, is it increasing or decreasing when I sold some goods? No. Last year, for example, yesterday, on 9th of February, total day I have done 10,000 sales. Now on 10th February, morning only, not for the entire day. On 10th February morning, I have sold goods worth of 5,000. Now the sale have increased or decreased? Previous increase, no. So previously it was 10,000. Now I sold another 5,000. So to this 10,000, if plus 5,000, that means it becomes 15,000 today in the morning. Again, after morning, like in the evening, I sold goods worth of like around 7k, 7,000. Now again, does is the sale increasing or decreasing? So again 15 plus 7, so it becomes now 22. That means it is increasing. Previously it was 10,000. In the next day morning it became 15,000. Again in the evening it became 22,000. So that means sales is increasing. So now you tell me, when I have done sale, it is increasing. So when incomes increase, we need to credit or debit? Credit. So credit side, I need to write like 5,000 or 7,000. First I'll write 5,000, and then 7,000, and then 10,000, like that. How many times I sell, those many times I am going to write in the debit credit side only. Morning I sold, morning, like 10 a.m. first time on today, I sold goods worth of 5,000. I'm going to write in the right side 5,000. Again in the evening I sold 7,000. Again after 7,000 I sold goods worth of 10,000. So every time when I sell, sale is increasing. So when incomes increase, sales is an income. So when incomes increase, we need to credit it. So in the sales account, credit side, I'm going to write this many times, how many times I have sold. Okay. For example, the same goods have returned. It came back. So again, the sale is decreasing. Sales returns. We can write in the debit side, or we can open a new account and we can write in the debit side. Sales returns. Sales returns is an income decreasing. Okay, when incomes decreased, we need to write in the debit side. Okay. So this is all about basics of accounting. And here, coming to posting key, each posting key represents a type of posting. There are so many posting keys, but in accounts we only have debit and credit, only two, left or right. But here, same debit and credit will have different posting keys. Only one debit will have so many posting keys, because there are so many different types of transactions. So each posting key represents a type of posting, that is either debit or credit. By seeing the posting key, we can identify whether it is a debit or credit, and the account type. Account group is something different. Whatever we were discussing till now, assets, liabilities, incomes, and expenses are all account groups. Those are not account types, those are account groups. In SAP, we also have account types. So by seeing this posting key, we can identify whether it is a debit or credit and the account type. So there are only 5 account types in SAP S4hana FICO. One is assets. Assets is recognized with one character A, customers with D, vendors with K, M for materials, and S for general ledger accounts. These are only the 5 account types which we can find out in FICO. Any general ledger account which we are going to create will be coming under any of these categories. Whether it can be assets or customers or vendors or materials, if it doesn't come under these 4, assets or customers or vendors or materials, it is going into general ledger accounts. Yes. Account type, yes. And these account types have different document types again. Okay, there are so many document types. For example, if we take only assets account type, this assets account type, we have a document type AB. When we purchase an asset, we are going to use the document type AB. And for depreciation, we are going to use the document type AF. For sale, we are going to use the document type AS. Asset is only one. For example, when we purchase a car, document type AB is used. Same car when we depreciate, different document type is used, AF. And the same car when we sell, a different document type is used, that is AS. Okay, car is same, but the transactions are different. Asset is same, transactions are different. Because the transactions are different, document types are different. And if we say customers, account type customers we take. For example, we'll take only one customer. We have sold some goods to the customer. We have not sold any asset. We are selling goods. Asset also we sold, here also we are selling. But asset sale is something different, inventory sale is something different. Asset sale is nothing but we use the asset, after we use, we are selling. That is not our business. Every day we are not going to sell. That is only one time activity. But when we sell goods, for example, we are dealing in furniture. We purchase furniture, we purchase wood, we process it, and we sell. Every day we are going to do this activity. This is our day to day activity. This is our business. So this is also sale, that is also sale. But the thing is, asset sale is something different, is used for different document. Asset sale uses a different document type, and we sell goods when we sell the inventory. That sale is something different, and the document type will also be different. And next is sales returns. So sales returns, we are going to use the document type DG. Same customer. Yesterday he purchased goods from us. We sold goods to the customer yesterday. Today he came back and gave us the goods back. Customer is same, but the transaction which he is doing with us is different. That is the reason document type is different. DG. And customer payment. Same customer to whom we sold the goods, he is coming back and paying us the money. So when he pays the money, we are going to use the document type DZ. That is customer payment. And next, vendors. So for vendors also, when we purchase goods from vendors, document type KR is used. And when we do purchase returns, when we return back the goods, document type KG is used. And when we do the payment to the vendor, document type KZ is used. Okay. This is all about document types. So when we do purchase, if you see, this is the journal entry: debit asset, credit vendor. So when we debit the asset, the posting key 70 is used. Here we are not going to use debit and credit. The thing is, we are going to use the posting keys, because by using the posting keys we can identify what account type it is and the posting key. And for depreciation, this is the journal entry: depreciation account debit to accumulated depreciation, or we can credit the asset also. But the posting keys will be 40 and 50. Posting key will be different. Debit and credit is same, you see. In the first transaction also we have debited asset and we have credited vendor. And in the second transaction, depreciation, we have debited depreciation and credited accumulated depreciation. Because the transaction is different and the account type is different, and the what we say, the transaction, the event, whatever it is happening is different. That is the reason posting key will be different. So next is sale. When we sell the asset, debit customer, credit asset. So for debiting the customer, posting key 01 is used, and to credit the asset, posting key 75 is used. And this is normally defaultly given by SAP, but we can change these posting keys, and we can change the document types, we can change the account types also. Everything can be changed. Sorry, account types cannot be changed. Only the document types and the posting keys can be changed. And coming to the next, posting keys for customers account type. When we do sale, debit the customer, credit the sales. Posting key is different, again 01 to debit the customer, and 50 is used to credit the sales general ledger account. And sales returns, credit customer credit memo, and debit sales returns general ledger account. So here, what is general entry for sales returns? Hello, is everyone there? What is the journal entry we use for sales returns? Customer account only, no? That is correct. Yeah, sales returns account debit to customers. That is a journal entry. As of now, don't follow this, whatever I'm showing, but normally the posting keys will be different. So if you see the next, customer payment, bank general ledger account debit to customer incoming payment. That is credit, customer account. Okay. So here if you see everything, we have debit and credit in each transaction. But even though we have debit and credit, we are going to use posting keys, because we are going to see, we are going to 1 minute. Okay, let me log into the server. Okay. So the decode OB41 is used for posting keys. If we go to OB41, we can see that posting keys here. So here if you see, this is debit only till here, and the account type is also same for customers. You see, for customer, these many types of debits are there, and every time debit will be different. One will be others receivable, one will be outgoing payment, one will be payment difference. Okay, clearing account will be there, some credit memos will be there. So because the type of transaction which we are doing with the customer is different, the posting keys will also be different. Here you can see the posting keys. So in the same way, if you scroll down, you'll have so many debits and credits for each account type. So for assets account type, you can see when the asset is increasing, we can debit it. When we debit the asset, posting key 70 is used, and when we credit the asset, posting key 75 is used. And customer is also an asset for us, but the account type is different. That is the reason posting keys are different. Okay. And This is all about posting keys, and we are going to use the posting keys and account types once we go into the subject, once we go into the transactions. Automatically, in some areas we need to select the posting keys, but in some areas there is no need for us to select the posting key. Automatically system will select the posting key as well as the account type once we give the configurations. Okay, for today we are done with the class. Any doubts you can ask.